All right, team. If you're using AI, you're probably getting decent answers. But what if you could get expert answers every single time? Today, we're going to stop just talking to our AI tools and start designing them into the specialist collaborators we actually need to get our best work done. Let's dive in.
You've totally been there, right? You ask your AI for a detailed market analysis, and what you get back feels more like a high school book report. It's just generic. It's missing the context, it's not in the format you need, and you're stuck in that frustrating loop of reprompting, re-explaining. It's just a huge waste of time and energy. And this is the difference we are talking about. It's night and day. On the left, you've got that generic output from a standard, vague request. But on the right, well, that's what happens when the AI has been given a really clear identity and a purpose. It's sharp, it's structured, and you can use it right away. And that leap in quality is exactly what we're aiming for. So, how do we get that expert-level quality every single time? We use what I like to call the professional's secret weapon, the system prompt. This is the moment we stop being passive users and we start becoming the architects of our AI's behavior.
Think of a system prompt like this. It's the ultimate job description and the first-day orientation for your AI, all rolled into one. It's that one upfront instruction that sets the rules of the game for the entire conversation. You define the expectations once, and the AI has to play by those rules for every single response that follows.
So, what actually goes into a great system prompt? Well, it's not just a single command, not at all. It's more like a carefully constructed piece of architecture. Let's break down the essential parts.
A truly world-class prompt is really built on these 5 pillars. First, you have to define its role. Is it a financial analyst, a creative copywriter? What is it? Second, you set its expertise boundaries. What does it know? And maybe more importantly, what is outside its area of expertise? Third, you get specific about the output format. Do you need bullet points, a table, a JSON object? Fourth, you set up the behavioral constraints, the do's and don'ts. And finally, you set the tone and style. You get these 5 things right, and you've basically built yourself a specialist on demand.
And here's what that looks like when it all comes together in practice. Just look at this prompt for a financial analyst. Sure, it defines the role and expertise, but the really crucial part is where it sets those hard constraints, like never make projections beyond 2 years. That one little instruction prevents the AI from just making stuff up and forces it to be a grounded, data-driven partner. It's a complete blueprint for exactly the kind of collaborator you need.
Okay, so once you get the hang of creating one great prompt, that's when the real magic begins. You can start designing an entire team of specialized AI assistants. And this is how you go from talking to a generalist AI to deploying a full team of experts, where each one is purpose-built for a specific task. Just imagine for a second building a customer research analyst persona that can sift through thousands of pieces of user feedback, or maybe a sales strategy coach to help you prep for a really tough negotiation. You could even build a technical debt auditor for code reviews. The whole point is you get to talk to the right specialist for the right task, and that dramatically improves your results. So what kind of specialists would you build for your team? Now, what if you could capture all of these battle-tested, super effective prompts and then share them with your entire organization? Well, that's the game-changing idea behind a persona library. It becomes the central hub, this single source of truth for your team's knowledge on how to get the most out of AI. It makes sure everyone is on the same page and lets everybody benefit from the absolute best prompts out there. But of course, building great prompts also means knowing what not to do. So let's quickly go over some of the common mistakes that can really weaken your results, just so you can avoid them right from the get-go. First off, don't be generic. Specificity is absolutely your best friend here. Second, don't set conflicting expectations. You can't ask a persona you've defined as risk-averse to then come up with bold, groundbreaking ideas. It just won't work. Third, keep it concise. A 2-paragraph prompt is almost always better than a 5-page one. And finally, remember that even with a great prompt, the ongoing conversation still matters. The prompt sets the stage, but you still have to guide the performance.
Okay, your turn. I want you to think of a role that would genuinely help you in your day-to-day work. Define its specific expertise. Then, using these pillars we talked about, write out your first system prompt. And please, remember the most important step of all, test it. See how it responds, and then tweak it, refine it. This is a process of iteration, not a one-and-done setup.
So, if you take one thing away from our chat today, let it be this. System prompts are the architecture of AI behavior. The time you invest upfront in designing one good prompt pays off across dozens, maybe even hundreds of future conversations. Mastering this skill, well, it's not a nice-to-have anymore. It's a core professional competency in the world we live in today.
And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about as you get back to your work. Think about the challenges you face every day, the tasks that eat up your time, and ask yourself this: what specialized AI will you build first?